Hi everyone, welcome back to Nail Art by Nessa. I am Vanessa, and in this video we are going to unbox one package and then use the product. So we are unboxing a solid nail glue. And this one's by Born Pretty, so it's just in this little package here. And this one cost me $3.04. It's from the Beauty Lady Nail Art store on AliExpress. And this one took a month to arrive. So let's just take a look at this product. So solid nail tip gel is what it's actually called. And that is the product. Wow, it's really full and definitely solid. So there is an air bubble in it, you can see there. And it doesn't stick to your hand or anything. Okay, so as you can see, my nails have never looked worse. I have been moving, so I had to remove all my nails, and now I'm ready to put on some new ones. But I thought instead of just building out my nails as I normally do with hard gel, I would actually use some full nail covered tips. So I'm just gonna go ahead and prep my nails, but yeah, you can see how rough shaped my hands are, and I have a big blister here and here, and it's just from all the craziness of my moving. This one actually hurts quite a bit because the eponychium was all the way up at the edge here, and then just from cutting my nails short and then working and stuff, it's kind of pushed it back. So they are a little tender, and then this one here, you can see it's broken here. So yeah, a little bit rough. I've never been in this rough of shape. But let's go ahead and prep my nails, and then we will test out this glue, and we are going to be using some almond shaped tips today. The first thing I do to prep my nails is push back all my cuticles. Next, using a low grit arbor band with my e-file, I'm going to go around my cuticles and rough up the surface of my nail. This will help to remove any oils from the surface of the nail and just create a little bit of a rougher surface for the product to stick to. Now that I've roughed up the surface of my nails, I need to go around and remove any excess cuticle that is still attached to the nail. So using my flame bit, I'm going to go around the edges of my cuticle and just remove that excess skin. You'll see a whole bunch of white dust come up here. That is the excess cuticle that is still attached to the nail. This will prevent any lifting, so whatever you are adding, in my case I am adding false tips, and we don't want to have lifting from the cuticle area. So this will help prevent that, and first I will do it in the forward motion, and then I will go back and do all the nails in the reverse motion. Okay, next I wipe off all of the excess dust with a little bit of alcohol, and now I'm going to go in with my cuticle nippers and go ahead and nip away any excess cuticle I still have left. After trimming the cuticles on both hands, I am just going to refine the shape of my nail. They are very short, but I'm just going to try and round them off a little bit so that the shape of my nail fits the tips that I am adding. Once I'm happy with the shape of my nails, I'm just going to wipe them down with a little bit of alcohol to remove the dust and make sure there is no oil still left on the surface of my nail. After I've done this, my nails are prepped and ready to start adding products. Now that my nails are ready, I need to find the right size of tip to add to each nail. So I'm going to size each one individually, and I'm looking for a nail that is going to fit from sidewall to sidewall, completely covering my nails, and make sure that it fits my cuticle area. If it doesn't fit my cuticle area, I can refine the shape using a nail file. Now that I have found the perfect size for each nail, using my e-file and my flame bit, I'm just going to rough up the inside surface of each nail tip. This is so that the product has something to hold onto. Once I did that for every nail, I'm just going to go through with a little bit of alcohol on a cotton pad and wipe off that excess dust. Now I'm almost ready to add my nail tips. I'm just going to get my light ready. So for this, I'm going to use my mini Madam Glam nail lamp. This one was perfect because I didn't need to carry my big lamp with me while I was moving. So first I'm going to use my dehydrator. I go ahead and dehydrate all of the nails on this hand, and then I'm going to use my primer. I use my primer first just on the nail that I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to attach my thumbnail first. So I put it on my thumbnail and a little bit inside the nail tip. This is just to help the product once again grab onto the nail tip. Now I'm just adding my base coat and I'm going to set that in the lamp. Okay, I am finally ready to test out this solid gel glue. And I really didn't know how much I should use. I kind of took a chunk, thought maybe that was too much. And then I take a little bit smaller chunk, I roll it up between my fingers and then put it down on the nail and press the nail down. Once you start pressing it down, you'll find that it's like it warms up and it does start moving around a little easier, but you do have to be careful not to get in your cuticles. I found I didn't quite take enough because I was working really hard to try and spread it out onto that one side. So I decided to take off the nail and add a little bit more. Now, once I did this, I found because it is warmed up a little bit and stuff, it started spreading into the cuticles a little bit more. So you just want to be really careful. So I pressed it down and then spread it out. I just try and make sure that there's no air bubbles or anything. And once I was ready and kind of removed it from the cuticles, I go ahead and set it in the light for 60 seconds. So once it came out of the light, I did notice I had a little bit excess glue under the nail and around the cuticle. But this product is really interesting. Even after it's set, it kind of has a little bit of a rubbery texture. So I was able to actually scrape a little bit off the inside of the nail and around the edges. And then with the alcohol too, I was able to remove a little extra. So I found that really interesting about this product. Now I'm going to go ahead and prep my other 4 nails, and so I'm just using my primer on all 4 nails, and then I go ahead and add a little bit of primer on the inside of each of the nail tips. After the primer, I add my base coat to all 4 nails and set it in the light for 60 seconds. Okay, now I'm going to add the tips to the other nails, but I decided to go ahead and try and add all the nails at once. I don't really recommend doing it this way. I found it was a lot better when I did each nail individually, which is what I did on my right hand. But I have seen other people do it like this, where they do all the nails at once. Maybe it works for some people, but it just didn't really work for me that well. On this hand, I did find I had a few air bubbles on some of the nails, and I think it's because like as I was adding the nail, I'd have it all good, and then I would go and do the next one, and maybe I would slightly bump it or something, and it would start lifting a little bit, and I would have a little air bubble. Despite that though, with even the little air bubbles and stuff, I never had any lifting. All of my nails stayed really solidly on the nail. And with this middle finger, I had a little excess, so I was just scraping off the excess that was under the nail there, because you don't want it coming up from under the nail. And of course it got all into my cuticles, so just be really careful when you're adding these. Okay, now that I have all the tips attached to my left hand, I just need to go ahead and repeat everything on my right hand. So on my right hand though, I did do each nail individually, and I found this worked a lot better and definitely the way I would do it going forward. Okay, here are all of the tips attached to my nails, and I did actually really like using this glue. I found that it was a lot easier than using a liquid gel glue. I do struggle with that. Maybe it's just because I don't have enough practice, but I feel like, you know, you're trying to press that nail down, and while you're holding the nail in place, put your fingers under the light, and I do struggle with that. So I found this was really easy. You can press the nail down, it stays down, and then you can stick it under the light. So I definitely recommend it for that reason. And here I'm just cleaning off the excess glue. So it was really interesting. Like I said, it's kind of a rubbery texture once it's set, and I was able to use a little bit of alcohol to clean off any excess that I accidentally got underneath that nail. And even though it comes off really easily with the alcohol and just kind of rubbing it off, it doesn't seem to lift off the nail. I had absolutely no issues with my nails lifting. So have you tried this product before? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you think and if you have tried this product before. Okay, now that all the nails are attached, I just need to finish prepping them for the design. So I just reshaped them a little with a regular nail file. I went around all the cuticles and just cleaned up that edge between the natural nail and the cuticle to make a nice smooth transition. I roughed up the surface with my arbor band to prep it for the new color and design. And if you would like to see the new design, please check out my next video. I will be sharing some new products by Madam Glam and of course a discount code for Madam Glam. And in my next video, I will be talking about my move and sharing some photos. So please tune in and check that out. And of course, here are all the nails prepped and ready to go. And I have to say, I really liked this product by Born Pretty, the solid nail tip gel. It is great. Try it out for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to see more of my work, you can check me out on my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!